I just looked it up. I want off this planet. I can't deal with you humans anymore. Bro, just because your chance of dating her went from 0% to negative 100% doesn't mean you have to be so salty. First of all, I'm a woman. Second, I have a man. Third, no normal person wants to date a weirdo who claims to be Aero Ace. But by all means, you go for it. I will not stand in your way. Special thanks to Holly Miller, Kaorian Mori, Karen Duca, Sarah Bat, Elle, Kipachi, Chase Howard, Maxine Lankow, Devon Kellogg, Top Shelf, Rennie, Thomas Penny, Greyhound, Gravity Gaia, Lillian of the Vale, Emily Potter, Geisha Key, Ale, Willow McIntosh, Kelly Bock, and Carolyn. I didn't do it in one breath that time, I'm sorry, for supporting the channel and supporting my content. Thank you so much, guys. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we are once again returning to r/AccidentalAlly. Yay. You guys know the drill by now. You know what this subreddit's about. I've done a few videos on it, so let's take a look, shall we? They are not courageous transgender athletes. They are just boys beating up on girls. This one's funny because, yeah, so for context, the woman in a chokehold is a cis woman. And the person that has the woman in a chokehold is a trans man who didn't want to compete with the women, but was forced to. So, yeah, you know what? You're not wrong. It is a man beating up a woman. I told a guy that I was transgender. He said that my shoulders are too broad to become a girl. Transphobes are just, they're not very good at it. They've got like one thing going for them, and that's that they're transphobes, and they can't even do that right. I also want to say to the person that made this, like, you are looking great. You are the manliest person I have ever seen in my life. Keep being you. When he comes back home safely from his armed Antifa protest, this was clearly made by a right-wing memer that thought that this would be a bad thing and not just like a really wholesome picture. Like, to a left-wing person, someone that supports LGBT, is aware of how awfully corrupt capitalism is, etc. Nothing about this image, including the caption, is a bad thing. And also, like, what message are they trying to convey here with the armed Antifa protest part? Like, guns are bad? Are they saying guns are bad? That people shouldn't be protesting with weapons? Interesting. That's an interesting one, isn't it? Because they'll never take my guns are the ones saying that an armed person is bad? There's an interesting point there, isn't it? So what I think they're saying is it's fine when they have guns, but not anyone else. Getting gender envy from this dude's voice. You will never be a real woman. Yeah, that's the point. That they're getting gender envy from a dude's voice, meaning they are envious of a dude's voice. It's not hard to figure it out. It's really not. They'll never get there, will they? They're never gonna figure it out. They're never quite gonna crack the code. No matter how many operations and hormone you take, you'll always be a man. You'll never be a woman. Oh no, that hurt me so bad. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm telling you the truth. I agree with you. I'm done pretending to be a woman. For context, OP is a trans man. Always happens every single time. Every single time. It's always the exact same thing. You'll never be a true woman. Not trying to be. Nope. Trans men are not actual women. No matter how much you virtue signal. Yeah, because trans men are men. LMFAO. Again, it's the same thing. They're never gonna figure it out. It's not a hard concept. A trans man is a man. A trans woman is a woman. It's not a hard concept. I don't understand how they struggle. How, like, dude, they're trying to act like they are these zeniths of like gender science, but they can't figure out what a trans man or a trans woman means. Like, I'm not gonna be lectured on gender by someone that can't figure out what a trans man and a trans woman is. I'm just saying. Ever notice how dogs only come in male and female, and cutting the balls off doesn't make it female? So, okay, that's an interesting point. What you're saying is that genitalia doesn't determine gender. That's interesting, isn't it? You cut off the balls of a dog doesn't make it female. So what you're saying is the balls are not what defines a dog's gender, which means that gender isn't defined by genitalia, meaning trans men are valid, trans women are valid because they're not defined by their gender. I'm glad we could get there, bud. They're not good at this, are they? They're My favorite thing about alt-right conservatives is that you don't even have to argue with them. If you leave them long enough, they'll ruin their own points. Me, a trans guy, I never want kids. It sounds too stressful. Skyroy, look at the itty babies. Me, maybe I can figure something out. You'll never be a real woman. They're never gonna get there, are they? They're never gonna. It takes one Google. One Google. That's all it takes. Is a single Google. That's like 15 seconds tops. And you'll know how to be transphobic correctly. They can't even dedicate 15 seconds to getting their transphobia correct. You will never be a woman. You tried, but OP is a guy. Again. They're never gonna get it. 15 seconds. That's all it takes. Like, shall I time it? I'm gonna time it, okay? So I'm gonna start recording. Not start recording. I'm already recording, right? I will start typing. There is a result in less than 5 seconds. It took me less than 5 seconds, and I already know what a trans man is. Being a gender when you're not. You're right. I hope all trans people come out of the closet and live as their true selves. No, not like that. When transphobes finally figure out what they're being transphobic about, it's over for us, you know? That's when, like, I'm not gonna have any more content. When transphobes know how to be transphobic, I'm gonna run out of content. But luckily it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon, does it? The fact that this is a transgender is terrifying to me. Literally can't tell. Yeah, that's the idea. But also, imagine outing yourself on the internet to everyone that can see that you are not just scared of, but terrified of trans people? Are you okay? You're terrified of a trans person. Trans-identified males are not women. Yeah, they're men. They're trans-identified males. Emphasis on the males? They're never gonna figure it out, are they? They're never gonna get there. 2022 and every other year. 2022 and every other year, you will still be bad at being transphobic. Like, if you are gonna be transphobic, at least do it right. Come on. Come on. If you are gonna be a terrible person and you're gonna publicize to the world that you are a terrible person, the least you could do, the least you owe to everyone is to be good at being a terrible person. But they can't even do that. They can't even do that for us. They can't even correctly be transphobic. And the final post. 2015. Marriage is a social construct. There's no reason why same-sex couples shouldn't enjoy the same rights. 2022. Sex is a social construct. There's no reason why women assigned male at birth shouldn't enjoy the same rights. Yeah, you are right. I mean, was there meant to be a point here? Like, okay, right? I want a transphobe. If any transphobes are watching it and have made it this far, which I'll be honest, probably none, give me one really solid reason why an adult of legal age who suffers from gender dysphoria and is a trans person should not be allowed to be trans. And on top of just giving me one reason, that reason is not allowed to involve religion, because if they are not religious, then your religion has literally no relevance. So give me one solid, non-religious reason why a trans person should not be allowed to be trans. And that's where I'm gonna end the video, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed. If you want to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click that join button to join the channel. It helps a lot more than you might realize. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.